How do you make sure that the students that have the greatest needs are matched to the teachers with the skills that can help close those gaps for you?
First, identifying the teacher leaders, identifying their strengths, and then pointing them in the direction of the teachers that need the assistance that they can most readily provide.
What I find exciting is that as this sort of progresses, that the positions and the relationships between teacher leaders, principal leaders, and district office continues to evolve, and the work we see really is very finely tuned and matched to student needs, and I think that's exciting.
We started with the needs assessment, and the superintendent herself comes in twice a month and works with teacher leaders at developing that curriculum. The way we determine what's happening for the PD is based on what's happening in the classrooms. So we are constantly asking teacher leaders, what do the teachers need? And we call it now, instead of professional development, it's more like on-demand professional development, because we don't wait.
One of the things that we do is really recommend professional development based on the walkthroughs and the data that we gather. And so it's been very helpful in having us pinpoint areas where there's a great need and we can address that need right away. I think another thing that's really beneficial from the coaching model is that high degree of instructional consistency that will lead to improvements in student outcomes.
The link between teacher performance, student performance, and professional learning, I think, has been one of the most powerful parts of the reform work that we've been doing.
Our Career Ladder for Principals has really awarded us the opportunity for principals to take the lead and really take our learning to the next level beyond professional development. In the last year, our principal leaders have set up feeder pattern sessions in which we come together to look at how we operate K-12. Those were major shifts for us in Greece, and I think that everyone is stepping up for the challenge.
And as an instructional coach, have you seen that translate to changes in the student behavior?
Yeah, absolutely. There's a sense of a team spirit in Greece. We're talking a lot about instruction, not only with our colleagues within the school, but across the schools. And you could see it in the classrooms, because many times as a coach or a teacher leader, you're going into a classroom and you end up working with kids, because that's your natural instinct as a teacher. So what's nice about that is you see instruction in one classroom that's strong, and then you go and work with a teacher down the hall or in another building, or you go talk to the administrators, the superintendents, and you say, this is really great, or here's a pocket that could use a little more support. So there's consistency amongst the buildings, and there's a better, I would say, communication chain for instruction across the district.
We chose to adopt the modules that New York State provided, and it's a pleasure to walk into 7th grade classrooms among the various schools and to see teachers around the same area doing similar work, having similar assessments, and talking about the data, not just within their buildings, but throughout the entire district. To have the ability to break down these silos and to create this relationship among staff. That staff includes teacher leaders, our principal leaders, as well as our support staff in those buildings. For us, that is extremely new, and it's encouraging to watch actually the work taking place.
That aspect of what we're doing, both districts, contributes to equal access to effective educators. You're talking about, again, the developmental process. You're putting teachers, good people, quality educators, but pointing them in the right direction, developing that consistency, putting them in a position to work with each other does certainly contribute to making certain, or making more certain, that we have quality educators in front of every child.